Hey everybody, these videos are kind of becoming a pain in the butt, rucking in the dark or at dusk, but anyways, day 25, 75 hard live hard ruck report. I got my food prepped, or my meals prepped for the week. Same ones as last week. It might have decreased a little bit on a couple of things just to try to space out the carbs a little bit, but got those done. Had a pretty good weekend with the family finally. Had some fun with Bee in a water slide. She had a blast. I'm really in a rhythm now on the workouts and whatnot. Knocking my main workout out in the mornings. You know, doing that, reading before that, having a bulletproof coffee while I'm reading, then knocking my workout out, protein shake after that, breakfast sometime around 9ish, lunch around 1:30, and then typically dinner, I don't know, sometime during the night. I try to space out a little bit further so I can have some protein to get me through the evening or through the night. But that's kind of what I'm doing as far as meals go. Trying to plan it out, but it's a little tough. I think I may switch over and do some carnitas instead of my Chipotle chicken this next go around, because we've got quite a bit of beef left still, or well, no, not steaks, but we got a bunch of cube steak and stuff that I need to get rid of, and anyways, that would be beneficial for us. So it sounds like we may end up butchering a hog here next week, hopefully. So gotta make room in the freezer for that anyway. Speaking of food, or speaking of butchering a hog, what's everybody out there doing for gardens this year? Has anybody thought about doing any sort of livestock? I guess if you're homesteading, we are. For all you homesteaders out there that might watch this or listen to this, I guess you guys doing anything out there as far as food goes? I mean, I know food prices are getting ridiculous. They've been ridiculous. They're getting worse and worse, and nobody seems to be doing a damn thing about it. So again, like I say, it's time to do something. It's time to do something about maybe your food supply line. Start making changes, start making plans to start providing at least a little bit of your own food. You know, it's gonna help cut costs, cut the grocery bill down a little bit, and it's also gonna help you be a little bit more self-sufficient instead of having to rely on the fragile supply chains that we have. I mean, good Lord, we saw that during COVID. All it took was a fake ass virus to, I guess I can't say it wasn't a fake virus, I don't think, but a fake pandemic is more like it. But that's all it took to kill our supply lines. I mean, good Lord, who was out there looking for toilet paper? It was a joke. But and anyways, to keep that from happening again, you may as well get things squared away for you and your family. And as a parent, as a parent, you have a responsibility to do so for your kids. That's kind of what the driving factor is for me, for the most part, is I don't want my kids to go hungry. And they're not going to. So, I don't know. I guess that's just some food for thought. That's what I've been trying to do a little bit more of recently as well, along with, you know, the 1,500 other things that I try to get accomplished or try to touch on at least once a week. You know, I was listening to a podcast not too long ago, and they brought up an interesting point that I'd never really thought of before. But every time in history, this level of depravity, I mean, hell, this is the same way Rome fell. I mean, the biggest rule on earth at one point fell, and leading up to that was just this all kinds of weird depravity and just basically a lot of the same stuff that's going on here. May have been at a slower progression, possibly without the implementation of our technology that we have now, but that should make you even a little bit more worried. Most of you, some of you, probably think I'm a little bit nuts, but there's a lot of people out there that don't. And I don't think I'm willing to leave it to chance. There's a lot of people that are. There's a lot of people that have normalcy bias and say, oh, it's never going to happen here. It's America. It's never going to happen here. Yeah, well, it's happened to bigger civilizations in history, so why can't it happen here? The greatest country on earth, yeah, that might be true. But we weren't always the greatest country on earth. And if we don't turn our shit around real fast, we're not going to be anymore. Which brings me to my next point and my final point that I always say. The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is that good men do nothing. Get out. Make yourselves more resilient, more self-reliant. And, what do you have to lose by maybe doing one thing to secure at least one thing that you buy from the grocery store? Start producing it yourself or growing it yourself. What do you have to lose? You learn something. You get better quality food anyway. The food that you get, that you grow, is going to be way higher in nutrients than the crap you get from the store. So it's win-win, guys. No reason you can't, other than, oh, I'm too busy. Bullshit. How many hours a week do you spend in front of that freaking screen? Either on the wall or in your hand. How many hours a day do you spend sitting on your ass when you could be out either working out to make yourself better or working in a garden, working, hell, anywhere. You don't have to have a garden. Heck, you could do hydroponics too. Works really well. But anyways, guys, I went a little long and somewhat of a rant. Not really, but maybe. Oh, one more reason for you guys to get out and do, you know, secure your, make your food more secure, or make your food supply line more secure, is so I don't have to feed you either. That's very important. Perhaps, probably the main reason why I'm trying to get you to get it done. I've already went past my outro, so get out there and get in the garden, get in the books, get on the internet if you have to, figure out how to do this kind of stuff. There's all kinds of resources out there, but anyways, get out and do it. Talk to you later.